This is the LG UltraGear 27GS60F, and for 15,000 rupees, the amount of features that you get in this monitor is definitely amazing. In this review, I'll talk about why you should actually consider buying this. So without wasting any precious time, let's begin. Now I'll start this review with the most important thing itself, the display. So here you get a 27-inch Full HD IPS display with a 180Hz refresh rate, a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time, and it supports HDR10. Now in terms of the picture quality, I am definitely satisfied with what you're getting for the money. The images are crisp, sharp, detailed. So overall, if you're using this to watch movies or videos, basically consume media, then you are good to go. And this also covers 99% of the sRGB color gamut, and if you want to do some quick color accurate work like say in Photoshop or color grading, then you can do that with confidence here. Of course, it is not going to be as good as your dedicated monitors for all those tasks, but for 15,000 rupees, this here is pretty good. Now in terms of brightness, this can definitely get decently bright, and I myself have been using this only at 50% brightness because I think that is the sweet spot for me. But there was one thing that I did as soon as I got this monitor, and that was increase the contrast, of course decrease the brightness, and also change the color temperature. Now out of the box, it was kind of on the more cooler side, so I changed it to warm, not too warm, but that medium, that light to warm tone. And then I had to increase the contrast. Now IPS is not that good like VA, or definitely not as good as OLED when it comes to contrast, so I had to increase the contrast. But at the end of the day, this is personal preference, so make sure you change the settings according to your preference. And this here is a matte display, so you're not going to get any annoying reflections or anything like that. So if you're in a well lit room, then this will definitely help you with that. Now taking a look at the gaming performance here, the 180Hz display definitely adds an additional layer of smoothness to any game you play. And the best part is that this is NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, so you are not going to get that annoying screen tearing. So this combined with the 180Hz refresh rate, your gaming experience is definitely going to be very smooth. And here you have a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. So this actually means you're not going to get as much ghosting. Now on OLED monitors, you know, the response time is very less. It's like 0.03 or something like that. So you won't get literally no ghosting at all. I mean, there will be, but it is negligible. And here I will not say it's negligible, but it is very minimal. So basically, when you're playing games and you just keep moving around, you're not going to get any weird artifacts, and that, according to me, is amazing for a 15,000 rupee monitor. But I actually also tested a lot of things like to see if there were dead pixels or anything like that. No, it was not there. The only thing that I noticed was that now this here is actually an LCD panel but with LED backlighting, so they call it an LED monitor. So when I took a look to see if there were any backlight bleeds, there was not huge backlight bleeding, but the LEDs were kind of inconsistent. Some areas were too bright, some areas were not too bright, but in day-to-day usage you will definitely not notice any of that, so don't be worried. No, I was just nitpicking because I just wanted to see how good it was, if it was uniform. But let me assure you, in day-to-day use you will not notice that. And for a 15,000 rupee monitor, this here definitely has some pretty amazing specifications. Now with the display out of the way, let me talk about the build and all the other features. Now I'm very happy to say this is built like a tank. Now I've used one or two LG monitors before, and even though those were good, the build was not that great. They were wobbly. I mean, even if the desk was a very sturdy one and I just keep my hand on it, it wobbled like crazy. Maybe you can see it on screen right now. This is my old LG monitor, but this one right here is a sturdy boy. It is built like a tank, and I mean, it is heavy. If you had seen my unboxing, my first impression, it was heavy while lifting up, and LG has made sure this here is rock solid, so you need not worry about your monitor wobbling around here and there. And the design is also very sleek and minimalistic. Now usually gaming monitors have this red accent and glowing lights, but this doesn't have that. Of course, it could have been a cost-cutting measure to give other greater features, but I think it turned out good because I'm a person who loves minimalism a lot, and this sure delivers on that. And even from the front, the display looks very futuristic with all those thin bezels on all the three sides, and even the bottom chin is kind of respectably thin. So I think overall this here is a pretty badass looking monitor. Now in terms of ports, it is very minimal. You get a single HDMI 2.0, a single DisplayPort 1.4, headphone out, and the power input. Now, to be honest, we cannot expect HDMI 2.1 or anything like that. Now, this here is a 1080p monitor, not 4K, and expecting HDMI 2.1 at this price is also not acceptable. Now, if you're someone who wants to wall mount the monitor or put it on monitor arms, then you have the access to do that. So I'm actually happy with that. Now, when you talk about the on-screen controls, they are good, they are easy to navigate, and they have some really useful options. And as for controlling this, it's the same old joystick like thingy down below. Now, one downside about this monitor is that it has only tilt. There's no height adjust or swivel. So because of this, you will have to adjust the height of your desk and chair. Now, if it is a motorized desk, then it's fine. But if you have a static one, then you'll have to adjust your chair or the height of the desk accordingly. And I think that is quite a bummer here. And another thing that I don't like about or wish it was there was, cable management. There is no sort of cable management here. Previous LG monitors had that kind of clip thing you could attach, to neatly route your cables, but this doesn't have any of that. I'm pretty sure it's not going to cost much to produce one clip, but yeah, it is not there. I really wish it was there. I hope in the revised version, it'll be there. And with that said, this here is my review of the LG UltraGear 27GS60F. And I have to say, this is one monitor you should definitely consider buying. For 15,000 rupees, the amount of features that you get is actually good. I mean, just 5-6 years back, if you wanted all these specifications, you had to spend out like 30-40,000 rupees. I myself bought a normal LG Full HD monitor for 17,000 rupees with not even half of these features. So you're getting like really good specification, especially gamer focused specs for the price, and actually they all work really well. The implementation is very good, and I personally think LG has done an amazing job of delivering a great monitor for a great price. So if you're a gamer, or if you're getting into the world of gaming, or if you want a monitor that can be helpful for both gaming and for productivity, then I think this is a monitor that you should consider buying. So if I've missed out any topic about this monitor and you want to know the answers to that, definitely let me know in the comments below and I will definitely answer to that. So thank you for watching, and this here is Suman signing off once again. Catch you later.